There are plenty of 90-day fiancé couples who could be considered successful, but one couple stands out among the rest because they've made their own measure entirely. 90-Day Fiancé debuted in 2014 on TLC, and the OG show recently finished airing its 11th season, and a historic 90 weddings. There are many spin-offs within the network, with the other core shows including Happily Ever After, Before the 90 Days, and The Other Way. Furthermore, there are other spin-offs like Love in Paradise, The Single Life, The Last Resort, and Hunt for Love. David Toborowsky and Annie Suwan have been around the franchise since season 5, which was filmed in 2017. The pair have had their perils, but have proven to me that they are not only one of the most legitimate couples to ever make their way through the show, but also an example of what it takes to fulfill shared dreams. David and Annie, who have a 24-year age gap, met at a bar in Annie's native Thailand after David took a trip there to find himself again after weight loss and a health scare. Dave left his kids and a failed marriage behind in America to pursue a new life, and his friend Chris helped him financially. When David brought Annie to America, Chris was the co-signer on her visa. Upon arrival, David's dire financial straits were ever present, as they had to live in a commercial space owned by Chris for a period of time. Things in David's personal life were also ugly, as his children, specifically his daughter Ashley, outwardly resented David and were not happy with him bringing home a young Thai bride. However, David and Annie's love stayed true, and the pair went on to be cast members in Happily Ever After. They stayed around the franchise in various spin-offs before landing their own in David and Annie, After the 90 Days, in which their endeavor to bring Annie's sister and cousin to America was detailed. In season 2, Ashley even went to Thailand with them and worked on her relationship with David. Off-camera, David and Annie capitalized on their 90-Day Fiancé fame. Their big personalities, amazing senses of humor, and unwavering support of one another were obvious to me, and I know it helped them achieve stardom, and as a result, influencer/content creator income. Then, in 2024, David and Annie started their IVF journey, as Annie wanted to have a baby and was having trouble conceiving naturally with David. Annie and David got pregnant, and their baby girl, Minthira, was born in March 2025. Becoming parents, David and Annie decided to move to Thailand, where they own a condo. Annie gave birth to Minthira there, and the pair are seemingly making plans to settle there long-term. In all the years I've watched 90-Day Fiancé, and knowing what I do about all the couples, David and Annie are the first to return to the home country of their partner after going through all the hoops of the K-1 visa. They previously had a nice, big house in Arizona, and David was making money moves as a realtor. David and Annie are proving to me that they know what their idea of happiness is, and for them, it's Thailand, being close to Annie's family, and living comfortably. Besides being the first couple to settle back in the foreign partner's home country happily, David and Annie have seen the most success from their 90-Day Fiancé accolade. Aside from lucratively doing cameos, David and Annie co-own Cooking with DNA, where they offer cooking classes and also do catering. It's unclear if the catering part is still active now that they're in Thailand. Since settling into Thailand with their daughter, Annie has expressed her desire to own and operate a farm, a dream which David seems to be going along with. With being happily together, financially stable, and with a solid support system, I believe David and Annie will achieve everything they set out to do. The other point about David and Annie that makes me feel like they are the most successful 90-Day Fiancé couple ever, is that they don't feud with the other couples like so many 90DF alums do. In fact, David and Annie are among the most popular cast in the franchise, and have met up and spent time with cast members in different places in the world. The alumni couple are known to lean into their comedic relief, which makes them wholly likable. Having gotten married in November 2017, David and Annie are showing other 90-Day Fiancé couples what's possible in a cross-cultural relationship, even with their huge age gap. They are a shining example of how much is possible with love, support, and forward thinking. However, Loren and Alexei Brovarnik from 90-Day Fiancé, Happily Ever After, are in a state of pure happiness and bliss, reveling in their new lives outside the United States. After exchanging vows in 2015, they cherished their early years as newlyweds before welcoming their first child, Shai, in 2020. Loren and Alexei enjoyed being parents, so they expanded their family with 2 more children, Asher and Ariel, in the years that followed. They built a close-knit family, which helped them strengthen their marriage and allowed them to grow into a responsible couple. Loren and Alexei have a healthy marriage. However, a few years ago, they faced a challenge when they made the decision to move to Israel amid the ongoing Israeli-Palestinian conflict. They had plans to leave the United States but ultimately chose to stay in Florida for the time being. Last year, Loren and Alexei also faced marital issues when Loren decided to undergo a surgical mommy makeover. Alexei disagreed with this choice, primarily due to the potential risks associated with such procedures. However, Loren and Alexei were able to resolve their issues by working together as a couple. Loren and Alexei have attempted to take short trips to Israel despite the ongoing conflict. Previously, they only visited the Middle Eastern country to see their family. They shared their entire journey on social media to reassure fans that they were safe and well. In recent months, Loren hinted that she wanted to revisit Israel. She expressed her desire to live in Israel with her family one day. In July 2025, Loren surprised her followers by announcing her vacation plans in Israel. She revealed that she was visiting the country with her 3 children this time. Loren and Alexei left the United States around July 4, 2025. They shared photos from the airport, appearing happy and excited to be in Israel. The pictures showed them standing at the entrance of the airport with the words "Welcome to Israel" displayed in the background. Dressed in matching black and white outfits, they looked like a family ready for a fun vacation. In her post, Loren expressed her joy to fans, writing, "No better feeling. Shabbat Shalom from our family to yours." The post received 46,000 likes from fans, who sent her good wishes and showed their support. Loren and Alexei have always had a strong connection to Israel. Over the years, they've started to refer to Israel as their true home, whether through their Instagram stories, posts, or captions. In her latest posts, Loren is using the hashtag home to indicate that Israel is her only real home. She wants her followers to know that she is proud of her Jewish identity and cares deeply about Israel. Recently, Alexei posted an Instagram story hinting at why Israel holds a special place in their hearts. He wrote, "Always making it happen. Thank you for being amazing at Loren Brovarnik 14th Israel visit in 11 years. Loren, Alexei, and their 3 kids are doing well in Israel despite the ongoing conflict in some regions." Loren uses her Instagram to provide regular updates to her fans, reassuring them that she's safe and enjoying her vacation. Recently, Loren posted an Instagram story of her travels around Nazareth Illit. She excitedly said, "I'm the only Jewish person on this balcony right now, by the way, nobody bothered me." Loren explained that's the reality of Israel, where people live happily and comfortably. She encouraged her followers not to be swayed by propaganda. Loren and Alexei traveled to Israel around July 4, 2025. It's likely that they will remain in the country for at least a week before eventually returning to the United States. Previously, Loren posted an Instagram story in which she mentioned considering extending their trip by another week. If she is serious about spending more time in Israel, fans can expect the Brovarnik family to return to the United States by the end of the month. The exact date of their return hasn't been shared by Loren and Alexei yet. Loren and Alexei's trip to Israel may be connected to their recent appearance in 90 Day Fiancé, Happily Ever After? Season 9. Perhaps their latest appearance on the show will discuss the possibility of moving to Israel and share their plans for doing so. They may have visited Israel to explore the possibility of a future in the country. The 90 Day Fiancé, Happily Ever After? Couples' vacation may be a way for them to decide whether they should move to Israel with their kids or continue living in the US for the foreseeable future. However, Sophie Sierra and Rob Warren from 90 Day Hunt for Love were spotted together, sparking speculations about whether they're really getting divorced. Rob Warren and Sophie Sierra first met via Instagram and tied the knot on 90 Day Fiancé Season 8. Their relationship was marked by clashes over differing lifestyles, trust concerns, and Sophie's bisexuality, which led to emotional strain and Sophie moving out while still married. On 90 Day, the last resort season 2, they entered a therapeutic retreat with 5 other couples, aiming to salvage their marriage. Early episodes documented Sophie accusing Rob of using dating apps and texting other women, while he defended himself by claiming he only followed her suggestion during a break and denied cheating. At the season's recommitment ceremony in March 2025, Sophie famously stated Rob was not my dream man, and announced their separation. During the tell-all special, both agreed to divorce, formally ending their journey together on the show. Rob has since appeared on 90 Day, Hunt for Love Season 1, while also revealing that he and Sophie are still legally married. Could it be a sign of reconciliation for Rob and Sophie? In February 2025, Sophie posted a video showing a man wearing white jeans, a gold bracelet, and white shoes, which perfectly matched Pedro's outfit in his own social media posts from Austin, Texas. This specific and detailed outfit match was one of the first clear visual clues that sparked dating rumors between the two reality stars. Additionally, both Sophie and Pedro shared Instagram stories taken at the same restaurant and from the same concert event. These overlapping social media posts suggested they were spending time together on multiple occasions, which fans interpreted as evidence of a possible romantic connection. The timing and location alignment were important factors that fueled speculation about their relationship. Despite these social media hints, Pedro later posted a video captioned "Single with 2 cats and no kids at 30B like," accompanied by a song suggesting his single status. This post seemed to indicate that, while they may have been seen together publicly, any romantic involvement might have been brief, casual, or unconfirmed, leaving their relationship status ambiguous. Rob and Jennifer's relationship became a hot topic after Elise accused them of hooking up during a group activity. Rob denied any romantic involvement, saying they hadn't kissed. However, footage later showed Rob and Jennifer sharing a passionate kiss, contradicting his earlier statements and stirring drama on the show. Adding to the tension, fellow cast member Tiffany overheard intimate sounds from Rob's room, sparking further speculation. Jennifer admitted to Cole that she kissed Rob and felt a growing connection. Their interactions remain a key storyline, with rumors that their relationship will develop after the finale. Sophie recently posted a video clip showing her bumping into Rob, via 90 Day Fiancé update. Rob and Sophie seemed to have unexpectedly crossed paths at the Power Slap 13 event in Las Vegas on June 27, 2025, and the encounter quickly took a dramatic turn. Sophie, visibly excited, immediately rushed toward Rob, attempting a hug and even a neck kiss. However, Rob appeared distant and composed, but he pulled away, offering only a polite but lukewarm greeting. Backstage snippets captured Sophie exclaiming to her friend, "OMG, Rob has a bae." She admitted her embarrassment, lamenting that despite publicly criticizing him, she still approached him forcefully. She insisted, "We're still married," and at around the 3-minute mark, pouted on camera, reiterating that legally they remain spouses, even while accusing Rob of cheating once more. Sophie decided to clarify what exactly was happening in the video by sharing a few Instagram stories for context, via 90 Day Fiancé _Alexa. Sophie revealed that the clip was filmed after she and Rob had hung out the whole night. She claimed they are still friends in real life and that's all, as they were both invited to the same event. They had been drinking all night, and Sophie got in her feelings at the end. "Yes, it was weird to see him after so long and have such a nice time." Sophie admitted that spending time with him while having a few drinks made her emotional, and she had completely forgotten everything that happened between them. Sophie added, "But I'm only human," and wrote, "It's hard when your marriage fails, that's not something that you just don't care about." Moreover, Sophie also mentioned that Rob didn't abruptly leave her video. He didn't want to be a part of the stream, hugging her because it would give people the wrong idea. She also came up with the part about Rob having a girlfriend because she is non-existent. Sophie and Rob did hang out after the clip was filmed, but she only kept things friendly with her 90 Day Hunt for Love ex. However, I strongly believe that the 90 Day Fiancé franchise has axed one of its popular spin-offs, and there is a possibility that it may not return to TV. Over the last decade, I've watched the network produce numerous shows, but the original 90 Day Fiancé has always stood out as a fan favorite. Every year, new seasons and spin-offs are rolled out, ensuring there is always a 90 Day Fiancé spin-off on air. Most recently, the network released 90 Day Hunt for Love, a spin-off show featuring singles living in a resort, all in the pursuit of finding love.